One of the things that I've noticed over the years in my business career is that there are two fundamental problems that invariably come up for organizations and also come up for relationships. And they typically relate to not enough money, or as Jim Rohn, who Dan McBride used to work with, used to say, too much month at the end of the money. So there are money issues, and many of you are CFOs or past CFOs and involved in the financial arena. And the other is communication. Communication. As you all know, I have a book coming out in April, The CEO Code, and the book is divided into 3 sections. The first section is about communication, the second section is about execution, and the third section is about operations. I want to just focus for a half a minute, or actually about 5 minutes or less, on communication. My belief is that effective communication requires more than talent. It involves trust, respect, understanding, empathy, and resolution. Trust, respect, understanding, empathy, and resolution. This morning, I'd like to just focus on the middle word, understanding. If you're a great communicator and you get along really, really well with people, is it because you select the right people to be with, or is it because of how you have developed your ability to effectively communicate? I would say that if you get along well with people and if you communicate well with people, it's because of what you have done for yourself to develop your ability to effectively communicate. And if you've studied at all emotional intelligence, you know that the first ingredient is self-awareness. Self-awareness, being aware of yourself. So this morning as you're having breakfast and you're just chatting with these new people that you're meeting, I'd like you to think about self-awareness. What am I saying? How am I coming across? What is my facial expression? Am I listening to understand? Am I listening to be judgmental? Am I listening because I don't know what to say? What is your intent in listening to the other people at your table this morning? Are you here strictly to just figure out how can I get in a word, in my case, about my new book so that people go out and buy my new book? Is that what you're doing? Or are you actually trying to meet people and get to understand people and to greet people? Well, in self-awareness, we find that most people, I have found, most people are just absolutely not aware of how they're coming across. They're so busy and they're so concerned about what they're doing and saying is that they're not really aware of what they're doing, their behavior. Their eyes. Where are the eyes? Are the eyes, oh yeah, no, that's interesting. Are the eyes looking out there when you're talking to somebody here? What is your body language saying? What is your tone of voice? Are you trying to talk louder so that you can overcome some other person? Or are you listening? Are you able to ask intelligent questions that actually show your understanding of the other person? Oh, wow. Let me give you one illustration. I remember a very dear friend of mine I've known for many, many, many years. He and I had lunch years ago. And I said, hi, whatever. And then I said, my mom just died last night. And for me, it was a really big deal. My mom just died. And he said, oh, really? Wow, that's too bad. You know, my dog died. And he started for about 5 minutes telling me about his dog and how his dog had died. It was amazing. It was amazing. He was so involved with himself and his this and that. He was totally oblivious of having any empathy or really understanding of where I was coming from. So in the book, we talk a lot about emotional intelligence. We talk about the DISC or behavioral styles, about body language, about NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, about several different ways to help you understand other people and understand first yourself so that you can be an effective communicator. Now, what I'd like to do is I'm going to end my remarks now. We're going to have breakfast in a few minutes, and the purpose of this is obviously twofold. Everybody does everything they do for a reason, to gain a benefit or avoid a loss. One of the reasons I'm telling you about this is to promote and hopefully get viral going on the book. The other reason is so that today, as you're talking and listening and asking questions of the other people at the table, you will heighten your awareness of your understanding of them and of yourself. Have a great breakfast, and we're here till 9 o'clock for an hour.